Dear students, as yesterday we have discussed the second part of the formation of crude metal by reduction process. So we have seen that for different metal oxides we have take the different reducing agent. A particular suitable reagent can only reduce a metal oxide to the metal. And as yesterday I have told you, it is being decided by the Ellingham diagram, or with the help of Ellingham diagram we would be able to select the suitable reagent for the reduction of a metal oxide to a particular metal. This diagram was given by H.J.T. Ellingham. This diagram is nothing but the graphical representation of del G naught of oxygen in kilojoule per mole to the absolute temperature. As we are able to see, that is the graph between the absolute temperature and the value of del G naught for oxygen. So with the help of this graph we would be able to check whether the reaction would be feasible or not. What is del G naught? Del G naught is the Gibbs-Helmholtz free energy change. So as we are able to see, this graphical representation is showing the formation of metal oxide from a particular metal. As you are able to see that from Ag to Ag2O, copper to copper oxide, iron to iron oxide, zinc to zinc oxide. So we are seeing the formation of metal oxide from metal. The first thing. The next thing is, here the value of del G is 0. And afterward, if we will make the graph forward, in the forward direction it would be having the positive value, but we are having all the negative values, minus 1200, minus 1100, minus 1000 to minus 100. We don't consider it in a mathematical way, but we will say that is from less negative to more negative. If we will see mathematically, so this value would be more, minus 100, but now we are considering the more negative value to less negative value to positive. It must be understood. Now let's see how we would be able to select the suitable reducing agent. So first see the Gibbs-Helmholtz free energy change that we have studied in class 11th in chapter thermodynamics. We have studied the equation as del G is equal to del H minus T del S, where del G is free energy change, del H is the enthalpy change, T absolute temperature, and del S is entropy change, means change in randomness. So as we have studied already yesterday, that del G in most of the cases of reduction is positive. So we consider that with the increase of temperature there would not be many more change in del H, there would be the change in the value of del S with the increase in temperature. So the change would be there in the randomness, that's why the change would be seen in case of del G. So as I have told you, for a reaction to be spontaneous, we all know that del G must be negative. And if the del H is positive, it means if the value of T del S is more negative than the value of del H, then only the reaction would be feasible. Means for a reaction to be feasible, the value of T del S must be greater than that of del H, because it is positive and it is negative. Now let's see the next point. If del H is positive for one reaction, if suppose I am saying that for a reaction the value of del G is positive, and if we couple this reaction for another reaction that is having more negative value, then the resultant value of del G would be negative and the reaction will become feasible. For example, if suppose we see the decomposition of ferric oxide or reduction of ferric oxide itself to give Fe and oxygen. So it has been experimentally checked that it is having the value of del G as positive. It means it is a non-feasible reaction. It is non-spontaneous reaction. But if we see the oxidation of carbon to form carbon monoxide, it is having the del G as negative and even more negative value. So when we couple these two reactions, the resultant del G would be negative and the reaction would be feasible. It means I can say by taking carbon as a reducing agent, the reaction can become feasible. Means iron oxide can be easily reduced to iron and carbon monoxide. So with the help of this Ellingham diagram, we can see these kind of coupling reaction also to be feasible. The next is, in the Ellingham diagram, we are doing this reaction. Metal reacts with oxygen to give metal oxide. And in the case, we are able to see that the value of del S means entropy change would be negative. Means randomness is decreasing. From here, oxygen is a gas and metal oxide is solid. So randomness is decreasing, means we are getting the value of del S as negative. And if del S is negative, so in the reaction, when we increase the temperature, because temperature is the term for del S also, it is a factor to decide the value of del S. So on increasing the temperature, this full value, T del S value would become more negative. It can be understood with the example, if suppose in the starting, शुरू में क्या था, del H का वैल्यू मैंने ले लिया प्लस का 50, T del S का वैल्यू था -100 किसी रिएक्शन के लिए, तो रिजल्टेंट डेल जी का वैल्यू आ रहा था मेरा -50, मीन्स रिएक्शन फिजिबल थी, -50 था वैल्यू. बट अगर अब मैंने उसके लिए टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज कर दिया, तो ऑन इंक्रीजिंग टेम्परेचर ये वैल्यू हो गया मेरा -70. डेल एच सेम रहा क्योंकि ये टेम्परेचर से ज़्यादा डिफरेंट चेंज इसमें नहीं आता डेल एच के वैल्यू में. सो अब रिजल्टेंट वैल्यू मेरा आ रहा है -70 + 50 मीन्स -20. पहले ज्यादा नेगेटिव था, अब कम नेगेटिव हो गया. इट मीन्स ऑन इंक्रीजिंग टेम्परेचर T del S will be more negative, so del G would be less negative.